Take an inhale, and then on your exhale, roll down. Use your abdominals. Wonderful. Now, we're going to start with our hands underneath our head and our legs up on an imaginary table. Begin with crisscross, and we'll take 20 of these. We're going to pull our belly in while we extend the legs. 6, 7, 8, 9. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. 10 more. 2, just going to wake up with some abdominals here. Wake up our body, I mean. 7, 8, 9. Now, take a moment to let your head down and rest your legs. Let your left leg down and lift your right leg up, and then draw some leg circles. We're going to take 8 leg circles with the right leg. Your hands are down, and if you need a pillow for your neck to be comfortable, please do that. You want to feel like your ear is in line with your shoulder. Your ribs are touching the mat. Your shoulders are touching the mat. All right, let's take it the other way. Here we go. 8. Your other leg is pouring down. 7. A modification would be that you can bend either knee. 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, the leg that's in the air, let the hands come behind and point and flex. Let's get the ankle and the hamstring some attention. We're also going to add about 5 circles each way. Go the other way. Good, leave the leg up there for a moment. Inhale. And then exhale, that leg comes down. Extend the other leg up, and then you're going to draw 8 circles one way. Your hands are down on the floor like a frame. Your shoulder blades are down on the floor. Ribs down. The bigger the circle, the more the abs have to balance you. And then we'll take 8 the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to leave that leg up. Let your hands come underneath. Point and flex. Point and flex, point and flex. Add some circles. And then add some circles. Leave that leg up there for a moment. Feel that leg or that hamstring and calf. And then hug both legs in for a moment. We'll take the feet on the floor, and we're going to curl the lumbar spine up and down, 10 repetitions for the bridge. And you can add the breath to the movement. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your nose. You feel your back getting some attention, and you can feel the 4 corners of your feet pressing down to the floor. Enjoy how your back gets more flexible or mobile. And we'll take 3 more. 2 more. Now on this one, we're going to stay up. So once your hips are up, you can always check if your hips are even right and left with your hands on the hip bones, and then try to hold that level for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, we're going to lower the spine down. Hold on to the feet if you can, happy baby, but if you cannot reach your feet, hold on to your calf or your inner knee, whatever you can to hold that low back. Feel the hamstrings. I'm going to add a little right and left rock here if you'd like to. I can feel the different hamstring fibers. We are going to do one more hamstring like this. Now, actually, it's a little bit longer knee angle. So when you come down to bridge, you're going to walk your feet a bit further away, so the knees are more obtuse. And we're going to go up and down. Now, it's okay if you just dig more heels and your whole feet are not, the whole foot's not on the ground on this. So it's heel is neurologically tied to the hamstring. Do 2 more and then try to hold it up for the count of 10. So 1 more here, and then hold it up for the count of 10. Both heels digging in. Inhale. Lower and walk the feet out just a little further. So I should say heels, dig in, but the knees are a little longer. Here we go, up and down. 10, 2, feel the glutes. 3, feel the hamstrings. 4, 5, good. If it's too hard, just bring the feet back in, but this will make it harder. Good. We want to strengthen all around the knee. Try to hold it up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Full body stretch. Now you can reach through the fingers, the toes, and add a shift. That shift is really good for your low back. 4, 3, see if you can evenly shift. 2, and then 1. Glide the feet back, and this is double leg stretch. So I'm going to show modified first. Hug your shins, stretch your arms and legs more vertical. Hug your shins to make it harder, further away like you did. Good. And if you want it hardest, you come up. And this is another one that you can modify. You place the hands behind the head, but find out which way you need. We're going to do 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, and then hug. Nice job. Hands beside your pelvis. Lift up your legs. Now pretend the legs are glued together and you're going to draw a circle one way, clockwise, let's say, and counterclockwise. You'll do one of each, one clockwise, one counterclockwise. So when you get towards vertical, that's your time, your space to turn. Good. Yep. Let me see how everybody's doing. Good. Inhale. And we're doing 3 more, or whatever makes you even, clockwise to clockwise. 1 more. And then reach your hands between the knees and hang on to whatever you can grab. So if you can grab your feet, do. If not, just grab your inner ankles. 5. I'm going to add a rock here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to leave one leg on the ground. So left leg could be down, right leg is up, hands beside your hips. Go up and down with a single bridge 10 times. If this is not a good exercise for you, the modification would be both feet down. Now the leg that's in the air goes down, the other one goes up and push. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and then just hug the legs in. We're going to be adding on a single straight leg stretch. So one leg's up, one leg's hovered. Here we go. Now you can lift and you can single straight leg it. Good. Now a modification would be that the hand goes behind your head. If you want to do that, that's fine. We are going to add a toes pull back position for 8 more. 7, good. 6, I like that one hand. That's a good one too. 4, 3, 2, recover. All right, relax here just a moment. Let your feet down. Curl your spine up. Now once your hips are level, take your right leg and add on 8 leg pulls here. Point through your toes and reach through your ankles. So you're really working your foot, really working your ankle. We need that for balance. And then we're going to let the right foot down and then let the left leg up. So you're really reaching through your ankle. Good. 4. So we aren't shuffling. We're adding on good tone near the ankles for balance and reception of proprioception for the floor, the surface. Inhale. And then lower that foot down and relax. Let's take another happy baby here, hands to your feet. If you've ever watched Carol Burnett, and there's the old man episodes where he shuffles, so sometimes when I think about our ankle exercises, we're preventing that shuffle that you would see in the old Carol Burnett episodes with the old man shuffling. That's what we're trying to prevent. All right, now we're adding on double leg lower. Let me show you a couple ways to do this. The one modified is hands down on the floor, the head down. So I'm going to start with a low or small range of motion. Now I'm going to add a flex and a point for those ankle muscles, the balance muscles. If that's going okay and you want to add on, hands behind your head, lift up. Now you stay up on this one, and then if you want to add on the heels, toes, heels. Good. All right, we're doing 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, good, 1, and relax. Now let's take a right ankle to left thigh on this one. This is a great hip opener. Also your low back will feel released. Just if you want, rock right and left. Neck soft too. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then take the other one, ankle to thigh. Reach your hands through. Here we go. Hold on. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale. That should feel good. And then let yourself both hug in. So it's just a way to neutralize. The next one is going to be crisscross with the rotation, with the single leg stretch. So I'm going to show you baby. Here's a modified baby scissors. But if you would like, you can take your hands behind your head, add a rotation to the leg that's closer, and you can lower the other leg to make this harder. Belly in, rotation. If you care to add on, pull your toes back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug. Now I'm going to have us pop up, and I'll just show you how. So hands could be behind your thighs, pop up. Grab a sip. Good job on that first block of some abdominals and some hamstrings. Good job. Let's grab 2 sips. That was a long time without a drink. The next is just going to be a raw, some of these fitness measures I've been doing. We're going to do 10 push-ups. That means, and I see you're up, you can do them up on the wall if you want to, or you can do them on your knees, or you can do them on your, your hands and knees. I just want you to find a way to do 10 push-ups. So it could be on the wall, could be in your hands and knees, could be modified plank, could be toes. Try 10. Arm strengthening. Push-ups. Feel how your core is helpful to keep your body integrated. 6, 7, 8. Nice. Take a little breather, however that is, either interlaced fingers or maybe a child pose here. And then when you're done, we'll meet everybody just with an interlaced finger stretch. So while you're standing, that's just fine. 5, 4, good. 3, 2, and 1. Now we'll take a 30-second ab challenge called plank. So we'll do 30 seconds, not the full minute that we sometimes do. So here, just a series of fitness challenges. So get ready and we'll do hold for 30. All right. Make soft. Strong arms. Scapula broad. Neck is, or ear is in line with the shoulder. Belly is strong and pulled up. Good. Great. And good strong thoughts. All right, hang out for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and then rest your hips down, and then you're in your elbows, or if you want to add on your hands, swan. Hold. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Really good. And we'll come down to a side plank. We'll hold it for 30 seconds too. So get ready. You're going to be inhaling and exhaling, coming up. Hold. We'll touch base with some fitness standards. Good. Objectifiable. 20 seconds. Countable, measurable. Head back on an imaginary wall. All right, try 10 more seconds. Strong leg, strong arm. Head back. I like to stretch through the hands too. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower that hip down. Great. Let's do a 30-second challenge on that side plank. So you can stack the feet. Get ready and come up. If you do need to stagger that, it's fine too. That's a modification. The stacked foot's a little bit harder. Keep going. I just have to get in line with the clock. 20 more seconds. Good. Head is back on a wall. Stretch through the hands. You got it. Hang in there. 10 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take an inhale and an exhale to lower. Nice job. We're going to do a stand up from a seated position as just one functional task. So one way to do this is foot on the ground and up. Now the other day we did 2 minutes of a wall squat. We're going to just do 1 minute today. So get ready. Put your back up against a wall and hold. There you go. Nice. Good, Catherine. We did 2 minutes the other day. We're just going to do a minute. So touch and base with some of these fitness standards. Let me give you the time here. Oh, 90 degrees. That was 10, so let's do 50 more seconds. 45 more seconds. Yeah, I like that too. 40 seconds. 35. And then 30. And then 25. And then 20. 15, and you're breathing in and out through your nose. And then take 10. 5 more seconds. And then slide your way back up. Good job. Shake out your legs for a minute. We're going to do a balance pose, which is a little functional fitness. Actually, why don't we grab a sit for a moment, and then we'll do a single leg balance. Tree pose, 1 foot up. Now, beginner tree pose is foot low. Higher is a little harder. We're going to touch base with 30 seconds of a tree pose. So yes, looks good. All right, about 30 seconds from here. I wanted to give everybody a chance to get up. Yeah, you can do. Have fun. And try 5. There you go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pretty good. Even if you have to touch and you get back up. Get ready, other side. That's why we practice it. Good girl. Way to stay with it. Nice. Way to stay with it. All right, when you're ready, you're going up. I'm going to give everybody a few seconds to get there. And then we'll do 30 seconds on this one-legged balance. Good. Try 15 seconds. Awesome. 30 seconds. Good. The next balance drill we do, functional, we're going to do a seated squat with one leg. So if you're modifying, it could just be that you do this little bend and you lift up your foot, or you could come down to more a 90. You can lift up your ankle. And let's see, we're going to hold 20 seconds. Good. All right, that was 5. Good. That was 10. That was 15. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now you can stand up. That's a little extra dynamic balance. Take a full breath, so make sure your blood pressure's good. Homeostasis. Okay, ready? Have a seat. Pick up an ankle. Yeah, that hand together helps too, doesn't it? So like a calming gesture. All right, we're going to do 20 seconds. So I wanted to give everyone a chance to get in. So now it's 20 from here. That was 5. And then we're going to halfway there, that's 10. So 10 more seconds. Good. The pressure's on. 5, 4, 3, one leg did better, Catherine. 2, you could tell that, right? Your right leg seemed to do better, right? Yeah, and that was good. So take a breath. I'm just letting some circulation out. This is going to change our vestibular system. So this is warrior 3. I'm going to do an inner count to 20 because it's harder to look up. I don't have a clock down, but maybe I'll get one for the floor. So basically warrior 3 is a change in your vestibular system. So try to hold maybe parallel to the floor, best you can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now on the 20, make your transition part of the balance. Full breath. Yeah, hands to the heart is a calming gesture. Let's do the other side. Breathe in. Exhale, hinge. And once you're there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And 16, 17, and 18. 19. On the 20, come back. Take a full breath. Make sure everything feels good. Awesome. Dynamic balance. So this one foot in front of the other. All 10 toes forward. Now you're on a tightrope. Try not to be out like too much like a Charlie Chaplin, but all 10 toes forward. Now you're going to turn right and left 3 sets. Try to have a clean rotation so you're not leaning, you're just purely rotating. 2, 3. And then you're going to change to the other foot. And then you can ask yourself, can I go a little further in those rotations? So, other foot. All right, you're balanced, you're turning. I'm going to try to add an extra ½ an inch to make sure I wasn't shortchanging the range of motion. Good. And then lower. How'd that go? Pretty good. I love it. All right, so grab a sip and we'll meet back on the floor. Terrific job. Really good job. The belly down. I'm going to throw this in the fitness testing. Belly down is prone. So when I say prone, that's what I mean, belly down. You're going to be doing 10 extensions with your whole body. And the reason I like this for the fitness testing, because it's opposite of how we normally are in life. So you can extend your legs behind you. You can take your arms in front of you like a Y. Now everything is going to lift up except for that part of your belly that can't lift, you know, or your rib and pelvis area. So inhale, lift up your arms, your legs, your torso, and lower. Not all the way down. Lift up and lower. You know, not to where you're just resting like a nap. 3, but you might touch the floor and then come back up. 4, just for a moment. 5, good, the whole body, back body. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to take a child pose, meaning, or a windshield wipe. Good. No, that's fine, Catherine. Whatever you need to recover. Good. All right, good job on those fitness tests. Now we're going to do some articulations for the spine. One way to do this is hands and knees. If you need a break off your hands, you could always fold your knuckles under on this one, or you could take a beveled weight and put the hands underneath the skinny part of the weight, so your wrists aren't, they're in neutral still. So find a way, feels good to you, flexion, extension. Just keep going. Tuck my shirt in so you can see what's going on. You want to feel like all of your back's getting attention. And if you want to keep doing this, you can. If you want to take it up a notch in strength, you could lift up your knees, weight bearing, and then you do cat-cow off the floor, which is the hover or the beast. And then one other way you can up this is down dog, up dog articulation. And you inhale and you exhale. So you can lift the heels, lumbar, inhale and exhale. Inhale. Good. And two more. And exhale. One more. And exhale. And then a recovery. So one recovery is child pose. You could also put your hands on your back like you're patting yourself on the back to add the triceps. Good. And then grab a sip and we'll add some more multifidus strength training. So what this is the little muscles on your back that with injury or pain, they sometimes turn off. That's their compensatory motion. So I like them if you've had a back issue, but I also like them if you want to prevent one. So hands and knees. Notice how you're like a table. Keep the table as you extend the opposite limbs. Now you want to keep the table so it's also posterior oblique chain. And if you want it harder, you lift up your toes of both feet and you lift up your shin. Now if that gives you any joint discomfort on your knee, weight bearing, fold up something and make it comfy on your joints. Okay, so no toes, no shin is harder than one shin touching. Good, but this is just such a good exercise. Opposite arm, opposite leg reach or pointer dog. If you've had any back tightness, back pain, or if you just want to keep your back healthy, it's good to review the remedial, the fundamentals. All right, take a little breather. We're going to stretch. And if you would like to walk your fingers over to one side, go far, far, far and breathe into that rib cage. 5. Roll open like you're clamshelling and feel that. Now inhale and exhale, go to the other, walk over, clamshell, open, open, 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale. Anybody feel that extra on one side more than the other? I know I did. Grab a sip, and then I could feel the right side more. Grab a sip, and we're going to do a little block on thoracic extensions. Prone. So this is my favorite. It's hard to say my favorite, but this is the one that everybody leaves out generally on exercise programs, but not us. We go every day. So forearms or hands, Sphinx or Swan. Now just hold 10, 2, 3, 4, nice. Everybody's neck looks so good. 3, 2, lower it again. Now we're gonna go inhale without your hands. Go up without your hands. Then when you cannot go anymore, let your hands help you higher or your forearms. And then lower yourself down. When you don't need your hands, let the back lower you and then lift your legs. Lower your legs, lift your torso, let your hands assist you. So a more of a dynamic swan. Now you're on your own. When your inhale comes, it's easier to push up and extend. Then exhale, lift up your legs and your torso comes up. Good. Feel the whole back body awakening. One more. And then stay up. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and lower. Now, once you're here, let's windshield wipe. This is just a way to release the spine. If you do need a child pose, take it, but this is just a nice way to stay prone. Now we're going to do some rear deltoids with the extension. This is for the back and for the shoulder health. So lengthen your knees, put your hands down low like you're the letter I. That's what this one's called, the I. Lift up your torso. If you want to, lift up your toes. Now here we are lifted, and then we're going to add our arms going higher, 15 repetitions. Lift the arms 15 times while your torso's up. Now open the arms like a letter T 15 times. Lift the arms. You're going to be going in a letter Y 15 times. And then either a rock of your knees or a child's pose. I'm going to pull the toes under on this one for a little variation and to get those feet stretched and push back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now go forward again, and the hands are beside your hips, kind of like they were in the I. But if you want to make it harder, interlace your fingers. Harder for your shoulders, in other words, to open. Interlace your fingers. Go up, arms. Go up, legs. And 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower and either release your fingers to do the other pinky on the outside or do that same I position. Here we go. Up. Torso, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then lower. All right, now this time, windshield wipe, we're going to take a breather. I'll tell you about the next one. We're going to do a rotation posterior chain. So it's kind of like crisscross, but the back side of your body. So you're going to take your legs long, take your hands beside your head, kind of like you're making arm triangles. Lift up your right leg and your left shoulder. Now lift up your right torso and your left leg. Now your right leg and your left shoulder is extension and rotation. So yep, there you go. Opposite. It's also good for the brain, neuroplasty. 10, 9, 8, 7. Is both sides going up the same? 6. Does one side feel easier? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child pose, push back. Really nice. And then grab a sip. Really good. Grab a sip and we'll just do a couple of back hair. We're going back to the back hair. And there's 5 ways that your spine would like to be every day stretched. So one is rotation. Inhale and exhale, add a rotation. 10. So we'll call this back hair. 9, or posture. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now open up your arms. And then exhale, rotation, rotation, rotation. So 10, 2, upper back, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You feel how your body gives in, and then you can open up, come to the front. Now, another one is lateral flexion. So one way is the hand could be down, the other arm up and over. If you want a little different feeling, you could take your hand across. Yep, breathe. Good. Your hand has intention. It's like your hand would keep going to the other side of the room as opposed to dangling there. It's got energy. Rotate down while you're here. And rotate up while you're here. Inhale. Now up, and either this hand could go on the floor and this arm up, or if you want a little different, take this hand over to the opposite knee. So stretch. Breath goes to that rib cage. Rotate down a little bit. Rotate up. Inhale, and then come up. Did you feel a little different fibers on your back? So I could feel a different place on my left back that did need it. So that rotation sure does help. So this is an arm up and another arm up. Now this is called extension. Lift your heart. Your elbows are soft, and then lift your heart. Breathe in. The breath helps. You're breathing in through your nose, and you add the breath to your diaphragm, your rib cage, equally right and left, and that apex of your lungs. And then you bring it back. We're going to take a forward fold. Let's take a bound angle. So you can even move your flesh out of the way. Inhale, and this is a flexion. Now most of us get this during the day, but we're going to go ahead and do it in this spinal care section where you do get a flexion. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. And then find your sip, grab a sip. That was a good little exercises that you can do on your own, especially if you've traveled, like even to Mackinac, just little trips where your back's kind of stuck or stationary. You can do little tricks. Now, this one is going to be some frontal plane. So elbow down, feet long. Now, we're going to take the arm that's on top into a paint the rainbow. So your hand can start at your thigh. We're going to go up and over 8 times. And we're in a plane different than how we normally are, which is the sagittal. So this is called frontal plane. But you feel how you're working your side muscles more. Your hips, 5. Good. You're lifting your hips, and your 6. Reaching your arm over. 7. We got another one. 8. Now we're going to go to the other side. So great job. One elbow down. I'm going to pat my forearm here. Hand could be at your thigh. Now you're going to come up. Now you're not going to lower in between. Or lower all the way. You're just lifting your hips and lowering some. You're not going all the way to the ground. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job. Now we're going to the other side. We're going to do some double side leg lifts, frontal plane. What I like about these is if you have any shoulder issue going on, this does not require the shoulder except for it's a way to support your neck. So up. So you still feel the lateral muscles, but now in a little different way. Good. 6, 7, hips, inner thighs. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Stay up. Now we'll just add the top leg pointing for 10 and lifting, abducting. Feel that core. Flex the feet, and now let the bottom leg go up. Now, everything on the other side. Arm under, both legs. Yep. Yeah, nice modifications. Stay up, both legs. Go up higher with the top leg and give energy through your leg. Flex, here we go. Now leave the top leg up. 10, 2, yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really good. We're going to go a little bit high now. And one trick you can do, let's grab a sip, is fold your mat for your knees if you would like. We're going to touch base with some still frontal plane. Pick a leg, any leg. One leg goes out. And we'll go down and up. Now I'm going to just choose a different number, 8, so we don't get in a automatic pattern. We have to pay attention. 6, 7. I'm also going to have us do a rotation. So it's combining 2 planes. Good. Reach through that long leg. And now we're going to do a pulse. So now we're going to come up and over. You remember how we added a little rotation? Do that. Opening up. Safety note, I'm not pushing hard laterally on my knee. I'm just using the finger on the knee or thigh for a little home base, but I'm not pushing it down. Ooh, doesn't that one feel good? All right, go into, we're just going to switch sides. So one knee's down, one knee's long. Energize through that leg so it's not just kind of hanging out droopy. It is strong and long like a lightning bolt. Energy keeps going. And we're doing 8. That's right. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we're going to add on. So we dip, rotate, dip, rotate. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, you're rotating towards that long leg. All right, now stay in a challenging little 2-inch range and do 8. And then go all the way up and over like you're going over a fence. 10, 7, 6, 5, 4. Nice. Breathe in and up. Nice job. Grab a sip. You're doing great. I want to do one that's in the frontal plane, but it is a Maldrasana. We haven't done it in a while. Now on this one, you can do this on your form if you'd like. And you can go into a plank, put your foot back and press. Take your hand down, inhale and lift up. And 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower down. Gorgeous. Let's take it to the other side. Inhale and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Reach. 5, 6. You have intention through that top hand. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then lower down. Really good. And if you need a prop like a tricep, if you need to do a tricep dumbbell, you can, or off your chair. But if you can, take a Purvottanasana, take an inhale, And on your exhale, press up and hold. Now, if you'd like, you can add leg pulls. One heel presses into the ground, one leg lengthens up. 4 more. Strong arms, 3 more. Strengthening the back body, opening the front body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Terrific job. We're going to take a couple of hand stretches. That was for triceps, which are really important. Yeah, have that band handy. We're going to do another one. And down. Triceps are really important to prevent falls. Usually when people fall, they put their hand out and you can break your wrist. Cole's fracture, top 3 most common fractures in older women. And then also we need this arm to be strong so we don't land on our hip. So now we're doing tricep dips, or if you need to do your arm lifts overhead, you got it, Karen. Okay, so on this, lift up your hips. You can bend your elbows and straighten. Good. You can also do this off a chair. If you feel good, take a leg out for 5. Good. Take 2 more. Build those triceps, and then the other leg out. Straighten and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. We're going to do another stretch. This one is full arm stretch. So you reach out, pull your fingers under as much as you can. Pull the arms behind you. Pull, pull, pull. 5. Yeah, release any neck tension. 4, 3, 2, inhale, and then exhale. Great job. Let it go. Let's grab a sip and we'll head towards the floor. So take an inhale, and as you exhale, use your abs to roll down. Oh, before you go all the way down, grab a Dynaband if you'd like, a foam roller, or a yoga block. So I'm going to roll us back up. That way, we don't have to get back up, right? So a Dynaband. Okay. All right, so you're rolling down. Here we go. All right. Let that block go underneath your hip. Put one leg up. And this can be done with a foam roller as well. One leg up, one leg down. So what happens here, you've got a great lower back decompression because finally your pelvis is higher than your lumbar spine. So imagine your intervertebral disc just getting plump, full of space. Breathe in fully, diaphragmatic breathing. This leg's pouring down. Finally, that hip flexor's in some extension. How often during the day is it in flexion? A lot. And getting hypoxic. It's seated in a chair. So now, and even in sports, the hips in flexion. So now we're crossing the midline. You want to feel a general stretch. You don't want to feel any pain point, stabby, electric shock feelings, or like sit bone or knee. Your breath is very powerful in letting go of tension here. So you've ever heard a dog sigh on the living room floor? They're letting their tension go. So they're going into parasympathetic. So now one leg's out. Feel your psoas. Inhale. Let that go. Take one leg up. Now we're going to pour the other leg down. Immediately, the psoas, let it drop to the ground. Feel the low back decompress, which you can assist with your full breath. Your full breath, because let's say you're breathing in fully through your nose, you're expanding your rib cage. The ribs are attached to the vertebra, so you expand the space between the ribs with the intercostal pliancy. And the bones of the vertebra get more space between them. And then the intervertebral disc get plumped up. All right, cross the midline. So isn't it neat how all the systems are related? We're also, when we breathe in through your nose real long and exhale through your nose real long, you're helping the hormones get into a state of calm or parasympathetic state. And we need that. lowering cortisol as we speak, and we're reducing inflammation as we speak. How about out to the side? Mm-hmm. 2, 3, 4. Hope everything feels great. 10, 2, 3. Now the leg that's in the air, you can let your leg go long, but if you need to, like sometimes I have to move my block a little lower down towards where the gluteal crease is, but just try it out. It should feel like this is a welcome extension, that your low back doesn't feel any jamming. Yeah, this one's actually easier on the foam roller, so I'm glad you guys have that because it's more in the contour of your body. So now the arms, I just let the palms face the sky and either be, down beside your hips or out like a T, but whatever helps you relax and melt. 10. Breathe in. Now what you can do, slide a heel or two up, let it go, and then we're gonna notice how the back feels. And then we're going to I'm going to offer a twist, but I want to offer the eagle one. So right leg crosses once, or you can hook your toes under twice. And then you'll take the hips, knees to the left. I like to put the hand on there. That way the knee has a little paperweight. Your right arm is out like a letter T or Y. Now, letting it all go. That should feel good, Michelle. Yep. 10. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, come back. And to take the eagle twist, the feet are on the ground, pick up your left thigh, wrap the thigh. If you can, wrap the toes behind that lower ankle, lift up your hips, scooch them to the left, a very technical term. Knees go right, right hand on the left knee, left arm out like a T or a Y. Ideally, your hand is resting on the floor. Take that cervical rotation to your left, and now let go, give into the floor. You would like length between your hip, your ASIS, and your shoulder. Letting the breath expand. Breathe into your nose. Breathe out of your nose. Long, full inhale. And a long, full exhale. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, relax the spine back to neutral. Hug the legs in. And we're going to be taking an optional legs up on the wall. If you prefer, you can take the Shavasana pose. But if you're taking legs up on the wall, your hips can be elevated on a foam roller or a yoga block. That'll decompress the spine even more. Relax here and let your eyes close and give your mind a well-needed break. It'll actually create more space for creativity and creative solutions that you might have been chewing on or gnawing on. This gives the subconscious a chance to communicate with you. So you're creating a space of silence in your mind. Now, as you're ready, slowly release the block. Notice how your back feels. Take your time, and you'll be sitting up eventually. Just take a moment to sit in that space. Notice how good it feels to let the mind have space, that it's not only good, it reduces inflammation, increases parasympathetic response, decreases cortisol, increases serotonin and dopamine. It just creates an opportunity for your subconscious or all of the universe to speak to you. So whenever you're ready, we'll set an intention that anytime